Did you see Bill Gates on Ellen? I saw a clip on YouTube of him trying to pick the prices of average household items, and it's exactly what you would have expected.
Yeah.
Like, what was it, like a packet of chicken nuggets or something that you put in your microwave? It was like $22. I'm like, no, that's not
US
$22.
dollars, yeah, crazy. He's been talking some shit about crypto, mate.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I ain't having it.
You're not having it?
No. What does he know about emerging technology, mate?
When is he even at the forefront of evolution in computer space?
I don't care how good an actor he is. He does seem like one of the cooler billionaires.
Oh, absolutely. He cured polio.
Does he? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It depends what you make cool.
As far as billionaires
define cool.
He's the coolest kid in the chess club. He's not, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
No, he's cool in my book.
In the land of the blind, one-eyed man is king.
No, but he like formed a club to convince other billionaires to donate like all their money to charity and stuff. That's pretty crazy.
I think his foundation does some amazing work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, he's talking shit about Bitcoin, so we've got all of that.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
Bring back polio.
You ain't a pal of Bitcoin. You ain't a pal of mine. You ain't using my BitConnect referral code. You can refer your way out of my life, as far as I'm concerned.
How is that stuff going for you, John? You've been buying the dip.
Not well. Thanks for asking.
It's a long-term game, James.
I'm doubling down.
Buy the dip.
Yeah.
There's been some FUD around BitConnect lately. I'm here to clear that up.
Yeah.
No, Bill Gates does seem like one of the better guys. So we will welcome him back to the crypto community.
Apparently he said like some positive stuff before as well, like in the past.
Yeah, I think he's actually a fan of blockchain technology. He said that he believes people will be killed because of cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
something along
very
those lines.
directly.
Yeah,
like
quite
it
directly.
causes death.
I don't know exactly how he worded it. So hopefully it's not defamation.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's so stupid.
Why?
That Bitcoin causes death with no explanation?
You mean what I'm saying or what
No, what he's saying.
Okay.
Not what you're saying.
The anonymity means that people can buy fentanyl and that causes death.
What's fentanyl?
It's like what they cut heroin in.
Look, I buy Bitcoin, but I'm not.
I watched a Vice documentary
into the dark web yet. All right,
just to catch everyone up, Jace is a member of the NRA. Guns don't kill people; people kill people.
What, are you saying that I'm lobbying against Bitcoin because I want guns to be the primary cause of death in America?
There's a very big crossover between gun people and Bitcoin people.
Yeah,
that alienated that crowd.
Yeah,
that was a joke.
But wait, so Bill Gates is actually saying that because you can buy really bad things with Bitcoin, Bitcoin's terrible. Even though you can buy terrible things with anything.
He said he didn't like the anonymity, I think, was his issue with it.
But that's the funny thing to me.
It was a passing comment in an AMA as well.
Yeah, but like that kind of exposes, like, you know, sometimes you say things and you don't really question why you believe something until someone brings it up. You're like, oh wait, why do I believe that? I think that's for him. We need to be calling this out because like Bitcoin is more public than cash. It's like literally every transaction is stored. I mean, of course, there's some anonymity elements to it, but I think, you know, it's actually way worse. Like if there's like a hitman called in the 80s, that detail is lost. We're never going to catch that person. With Bitcoin, there could be people like analyzing the blockchain forever, and like it could be like a 50-year-old case is reopened because they finally crack the, you know, Bitcoin transactions and work out exactly who did it. So I think it's actually kind of the opposite. Bill Gates.
I saw a thing, was it this week or last week? Europol, which is like the European FBI for the Eurozone, I suppose.
European
they
police.
came out.
Is that
I imagine.
Wasn't Interpol a thing? Or was that Britain? I don't know.
Maybe international police force.
I've only seen that in movies. I don't know if it's
I've heard it in movies. That's all I know.
But they came out and said that, oh no, Bitcoin's actually not that much of an issue. It's Monero, Dash, and Zcash. They were like, these are the ones we're watching. Because
if he'd said that, I would have been like, all right, okay, you get a pass. I'm not happy about it, but I'll let it go. But just to be like, you know, those Bitcoins that are out there that my kids are buying. Come on, Bill Gates, you're better than that.
Does Bill Gates have kids?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really?
And
grandkids probably as well.
His daughter is quite attractive, Oliver.
Really?
Yes.
When you look past the polio, she's actually
she's the last person.
You see the motivation.
Anyway, let's get into it, guys. This is the Cointrade Times podcast. It is the 2nd of March, 2018, 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. here with Jace and Ollie.
With
I'm just laughing at
What?
the idea of Bill Gates giving his kids polio. You got billions of dollars.
if kids in Africa can handle it, you can handle it.
Rich people need new ways to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, the cinema doesn't do it for them anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and we just talk crypto, I guess.
We do.
Try to.
It's been a while since we were on last. There were so many emails coming through that we had to take a week off to troll through them all.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's been 2 weeks. Usually it's one. And the market has been going, I guess, sideways mainly.
Yeah, I guess so. It's been an unsure market, an uncertain market, I would say.
Yeah. So Bitcoin's been going well. Litecoins stalled a bit after their good run because their Lite Pay had a bit of a bump. Neo's going really well. A couple dApps came out for them. Nanos had an awesome couple weeks. I think they had some digital apps, and Charlie Lee kind of endorsed it or spoke positively about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been stable, sideways, nothing too exciting, but we'll make it exciting. All right.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are kind of watching Bitcoin now. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like a lot of people are thinking, which way is Bitcoin going to go now? Because back when it was just straight up, it's like, well, no problem.
Yep.
When it was straight down, it's like, oh, okay, I guess it's going down now. And now we don't know. Where's it just going to be sideways forever? I don't know.
And Bitcoin dominance has gone up a bit recently as well. I think big caps are going up as well.
Big caps. Oh, big coins. Yeah.
Yeah, big cap
sorry.
coins,
Yeah.
Yep. I think people are maybe getting a bit more risk adverse.
Yeah, and I think also it's possible that like if a lot of people, I think there are so many people who heard about Bitcoin and didn't buy in because they thought it's already so high it's going to crash. It's come down a whole lot since then, and now it's kind of looking like it's stabilizing and maybe going up a bit. So I think a lot of people might be like ready to
jumping back on the bandwagon.
Yeah, so jump in for the first time or jump back in if they sold out. So that might be the case.
And I feel like we haven't been talking about Bitcoin much.
Yeah.
And like this week, it's going to be a comeback of Bitcoin, I reckon.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Bitcoin talk, yeah. It's the Mongolian Monero, apparently. That's what they're calling it.
What?
I don't know.
That's definitely a drug. I've definitely seen that.
Mongolian Monero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a STD.
That's what the kids are on these days.
It's all of the above and worse. Yeah, well, it's like, from, I want to say September to December. Maybe you're not quite there. Like last year, a lot of the cryptos kind of bled in SAT prices, like in Bitcoin prices, while Bitcoin just rose. I mean, that's possible that could also be on the cards as well. It's so hard to know. But like if Bitcoin does have a huge bull run, then that might be this week. We were just talking about Bitcoin. What's it doing? Because cryptos are just idle, waiting to see where Bitcoin goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a chartist?
A chartist? Oh, I've done some textual analysis. What does it stand for? Is it textual?
Technical.
Technical. So yeah, I'm big into that.
Yeah. Love me a bit of that.
Yeah.
Should we jump into some news?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. The first thing is mobile payment app company Circles has bought crypto exchange platform Polynex for around $400 million US.
How much is that in Bitcoin?
I'll tell you in Mongolian Monero, mate.
Yeah.
The reason why this is a bit more interesting is because Circles is backed by Goldman Sachs. So the banks are weaseling their way into crypto by looks of things.
Yeah, that's a big
and not just
organization.
any bank. I feel Goldman Sachs is like one of the more evil sounding banks. I don't know. Yeah.
But they are huge in terms of traditional investment.
Right.
So that, it's big news for, like you said, old money getting in.
Yeah. Because we think banks are using blockchain technology already.
Yeah. Well, I got an email from my bank saying that there's a new thing in Australia called Pay ID. Have you guys got these emails?
No.
Okay. It might be my bank. But they were saying, we've got this brand new way. We won't say how we're doing it, but suddenly we've got this new way to like confirm transactions between banks pretty near instantly. Like we're not saying how we're doing it, but it just happens that it's come.
Are these all decentralized? This is a decentralized way of doing it?
No, but like it'd be like
a great team. Huh?
Yeah. No, but an agreement between banks to have like a unique ID that you can like send and receive money to.
Right.
So like, if you're like out for dinner and you want to split the bill, it can be really easy to just send someone some money. And I was like, I wonder how you're doing that, Mr. Bank.
Mr. Bank guy. Yeah.
I think HSBC said recently they were going to make their own blockchain.
Okay.
Yeah. And it just
that's good that they're
surprise
open
me.
about it. But I think, so the cryptocurrency is what they're probably really worried about.
Yeah.
knocking them off the perch.
I think they're very happy about blockchain. They're happy to just
Blockchain's
improve
good.
their services. It's whether someone's taking their services from them.
Yeah.
Which I would be mostly in favor for, because I feel like, it would just save efficiency in the world, right? If you don't need people working to manage money, if it's happening automatically in the blockchain, that's great.
All those jobs lost though.
Not to mention all the
people always say that, but I mean, other jobs always show up, right? It's a thing.
Do they? I watched a lot of things on our fourth or third revolution, industrial revolution, technological revolution. They were saying that like jobs were going to get, it was all really dark and depressing.
I bet it is, like the transition's not great, but like surely they didn't say therefore we wish we'd never gone through it and we still had horses and carriages.
They were just saying it was a bit of a fallacy that like new tech means new jobs, and a lot of the time it doesn't.
Oh yeah, but I think it probably I don't know, but it has to after a while, right? Maybe not immediately, but
to a degree.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is actually, I guess the population has to end up matching the jobs, right?
Yeah.
So
We
maybe
need to cull a few billion.
No, I'm not saying. You know what? This is a dark topic.
I did
we
see
made a turn here somewhere.
Yeah.
I did see a stat. I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but it's something like by the time 2030 is around, 80% of the jobs won't be invented yet.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
And that's got to be technology driving that change. It's like one of the main things that is driving that change.
Yeah, well, technology and I guess, social zeitgeist, what people are doing. Like if you think about people, there are billboard designers now, right? That wouldn't have been a thing before billboards were a thing. But like that's not really, well, it's partially technology, but also partially cultural, that it's acceptable to look and just see like a weird ad, that doesn't shock, that gets people to buy things. So it's also cultural, I reckon, as well as technological. No, I agree with you.
I agree with you. Dude.
You just gave me this look like, what are you saying?
Let's hug right now. I don't know.
Get these mics out of here.
Yeah. So that's Goldman Sachs jumping into crypto, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess just put that in the adoption bin. It's growing. It's growing. We're not going to need a few more bins after a while.
Bitcoin pizza guy. Do you guys remember him?
Yeah, I do. The man who bought, was it the first Bitcoin transaction to buy 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin? Right,
which is worth, I think, something like $10 million today. He's done it again.
He's done it again.
He
spent $10 million in US dollars.
This time with pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
No, this time with the Lightning Network.
Right.
Yeah.
But he didn't spend $10 million US dollars equivalent. He spent...
No, he spent... this time he spent 0.00649 Bitcoin.
Less round, but...
And in 10 years, he's going to be regretting that as well.
That was worth $1 trillion.
Yeah, so that's good news for the Lightning Network, I guess. Get a bit of publicity for him.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think is he rich now, or is he like? Did he get rid of all of his Bitcoin?
People like analyzing his house of the picture that he took the new picture. It's like, yeah, that looks kind of new. Like that looks like he's not doing too badly for himself.
Yeah,
like that table looks kind of nice.
I estimate his worth to be exactly 15.6 Bitcoin.
I don't feel bad for him anymore.
But I'm sure, like I'm not sure, but like I don't think he would have spent all his Bitcoin on it.
Yeah, although
hopefully he remained in the space all this time.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that if you're one of the first transactors that you weren't an enthusiast all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got my pizza now. That's another Bitcoin thing.
Yeah.
This was worth it.
Yeah. No, that's good. Good news for the gang, the Bitcoin Lightning gang. Good on you guys.
I'm glad that he didn't buy a piece of rope with the. That was really sad. No, good on him. I'm like, that's what we really need people to do, to actually use it for currency.
I mean, I guess this is more of like a show thing where it's like, cutting the ribbon.
Yeah.
Handing out a huge giant check that says 0.00069 Bitcoin.
We really should make him the cutting ribbon guy. You know what I mean? Like
the ceremonial
he's like
Bitcoin
the first guy. You know what I mean?
Should make a statue of him.
Yeah.
In 2259 when everything is a post-apocalyptic nightmare. No one has any jobs.
Just one statue of Bitcoin and a pizza and this guy holding up both.
That's right.
Is that all the comments for that one?
I guess that's another one in the adoption bin, right? Basically,
another one for the adoption bin.
We're not biased, but hey, crypto's doing pretty good, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have gone in the adoption bin whenever he did the first transaction, though, I suppose.
Yeah, when we did our first episode in 2008, like that probably should have been like
the back catalogs.
Yeah, we should put them on YouTube. Let everyone have a listen.
Yeah. I might address a complaint to the podcast now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People have been saying too much African blockchain news. We want more South American blockchain news. Well, I got you covered. All right. Venezuela have launched the Petro, which is backed by the price of oil in Venezuela, which all seems pretty legit. You know, if you can stabilize according to the price of bananas or mandarins, why not oil?
Is the name a pun on petrol? Is that why they called it
That can't be a coincidence.
Or is it just like something in a language I don't speak that makes more sense? I don't know.
Yeah, Petro sounds very Spanish as well.
Yeah.
I guess because it sounds like Pedro. I don't know. That's really...
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But no, that sounds exciting, right?
Which actually just means coin in Spanish. It's a total coincidence that it sounds almost like petrol.
We reveal coin.
But it has been raising some eyebrows because you can still mine it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
That can't work, right? If you're going to stabilize the coin to the price of something, how can you still mine it? The amount of coin should be set.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, there's a few attempts to try and have decentralized stable coins, like what is it, MakerDAO? You know, MakerDAO.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was talking about the other.
Yeah, they're trying to have basically like these automated bots or something that like somehow they affect the supply and demand to make it very neutral. And it's not exactly flat. There's like tiny spikes where it goes up and down before the things kick in. Maybe they have some really crazy advanced technology to do that. And maybe that's going to be the first of its kind.
Yeah, but maybe if they did have that, maybe they should say it so they can answer some questions. But speaking of answering questions around it, the Venezuelan government is actually running free classes where you can learn how to buy, store, and mine crypto. I think the main focus is going to be on the Petro.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm picturing like two Venezuelan guys that are kind of into crypto being like, these free classes seem pretty cool, but I think like the Petro's bit of a scam. So they go along and say, all right, we'll check it out. And they're like waiting for the guy to teach the class to walk in. And then the BitConnect guy walks in. He's like, hey.
Yeah. What's up?
You're the BitConnect guy.
Yeah.
No.
I've got an amazing opportunity for you guys. My wife, she doesn't get it. She wouldn't come to Venezuela with me, would I?
Yeah, you're the BitConnect guy. I know, I just picture that in my head.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I think I was like, yeah. No, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
BitConnect! You just said BitConnect, dude.
Yeah.
You're the BitConnect guy.
This is the Venezuelan BitConnect. Huge difference.
Yeah.
We've transported our business model.
Yeah, so free classes. Would you guys go if our government put on free classes about crypto?
Oh, I wouldn't, because I feel like we're pretty like...
all right.
Let's be honest.
I'll run the class, all right, mate?
We've changed a few Bitcoin tires in our time. You know, we've checked the Bitcoin oil. Yeah, let's just say we know how to...
I feel like Venezuelans have more to worry about than going to free crypto.
That was my first thought too.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. Like, I feel like, do they have classes on like how to use the internet and stuff? Like,
Dude.
No, right?
How to wheel your money around.
This is like 10 times more like involved than that.
How to mine crypto is like quite advanced.
Exactly.
Yeah. Especially in Venezuela where it's very hot.
Yeah. Like a 75-year-old Venezuelan woman just like at a computer like, so this is the keyboard. Like, yeah.
How do I power this computer on so I can mine crypto?
Yeah. So you're saying I can obtain food for my children from this? Like, can you hurry to how I do that?
Well, I think that's part of the reason why people think it's a scam, because like the government's doing really poorly at the moment, I think. Yeah. And they need money. It's like, let's just like exit scam from our own people, I guess.
Breaking news. The Venezuelan government has disappeared overnight. All members are
Their
gone.
LinkedIn's have disappeared.
Yeah.
But buy that new coin.
It's called Venezuela Coin X. It's coming out very soon.
So super dodgy, but I will still recommend you to invest now.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Would you actually?
Don't back a dictator's coin.
No.
I think they also said they were doing another one, which is backed by gold as well.
Yeah. I think their slogan is invest or die.
Yeah. You just like, don't worry, it's backed by gold, oil, like, you name it, it's backed by it. Like, you know,
all
monkeys,
that good stuff.
Like,
what do you guys
invest
like?
or concentration camp?
Food, yeah, it's backed by that. Yep.
Yeah. Bananas, we can chuck that in there. Just a vault full of just paraphernalia that people said they wanted it backed by. Like, we'll put it in the vault. Yeah. If you ever want to redeem for a banana, we'll give it to you.
It seems super dodge.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not surprising, like you said, the government it's coming from. So
government cryptos are off to a bad start.
I guess so. I feel like in the history books, if it becomes a common thing, this might not be like the most important for
right.
It. Yeah.
But I feel like governments should be transparent and crypto projects should be transparent. So if you have a government crypto project that's not transparent, that's a couple eyebrow raises.
I agree. And I think that's caused from having a government that's not transparent, aka the Venezuelan government, as far as I know.
Oh.
Shots fired. Political podcast.
Yeah. Cool.
They're not going to like that when the higher ups in Venezuela hear the
That's true. And we do get a lot of emails from Venezuela, people from the inner plains of Venezuela.
Yeah. Some of the nicer parts.
That's true.
Another piece of news, there's going to be a Bitcoin embassy to launch in April in Atlanta, which is the first one in the US.
Why Atlanta?
Why not Atlanta?
Strange choice.
Yeah. Also,
Is it? Why?
All the big cities, and I suppose Atlanta's like a fairly
huge
big
city.
Yeah, but like
I think the explanation is
bigger
because it's not like the federal government sat down. We're having a very official embassy. I feel like it's just a few people. Like, we live in Atlanta, but we're going to start.
Embassy is a bit of a weird term, because what they do is they actually got a couple ATMs. They got a wallet recovery business. So if you have a hard drive that's fucked, that's got Bitcoin on it, they can try and retrieve it for you.
Sounds so dodgy off the bat. You got 100 Bitcoins? Oh, I only got 10 off. Sorry. Here you go.
Yeah. And they just want it to be a hub where people that are into crypto and Bitcoin can come together and chat crypto. So I don't know why they call it embassy. I think it sounds kind of cool, but like the connotations that embassy kind of hold,
very different.
It's like,
it's a volunteer tech support business centered on crypto, really.
Right. It's like, I feel like the embassy is kind of like a safe haven if you're stuck in Syria and shit goes down, you go to the American embassy. Like,
yeah, I don't think there's any rights that it
where did the
you.
banks touch you? You know, like,
there's a guy that's just got all his money in Bitcoin, like staying, like, like the Julian Assange thing, trying to avoid.
Yeah. The banks are coming after you. Yeah, come here. We'll protect you from the evil Goldman Sachs.
Yeah. Weirdly, I feel like that's a stronger power. They'd be more likely to get you than like the government of America if you're staying in Switzerland or whatever, Russia. I can't remember where Julian Assange was staying.
It was
Ecuador.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even more often.
Well, Ecuador embassy in London. Fun fact.
He like looked up all the embassies and was trying to see which one like had the most obscure like.
Just went alphabetical.
Alphabetical.
Yeah. What do you guys think about these embassy pop-up kind of deals?
I don't think embassy is the right word. I think that's just the marketing.
But that's what they're calling it, so I'm just going to call it.
So then I immediately don't trust them if they're going to pick a word like embassy. Like, I mean, I think they might end up doing really good stuff.
Yeah.
But like, don't call yourself an embassy, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Embassy is weird.
Yeah.
It would be cool to have like little stalls here and there where people that like, what's Bitcoin? And then you have like people talking about it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. I've heard a lot of, I guess this should be a news topic, but it's just really terrible news because I have no source. But I think I've just heard it from a guy, from a friend of a friend. But I think I read that like there have been a few school classes where teachers are teaching kids about crypto. And I thought that was really interesting. And then I thought, what are the odds that teacher or whoever suggested that class is heavily involved in crypto and is just trying to get future generations involved?
He talks about Omise Go a lot.
Yeah, this would be a crypto class, but he literally just forces us to click buy when it's dipping.
Now, kids, you can press the buy button now.
Press it now.
RMIT actually have a blockchain course.
I saw that too.
Is that an actual part of a like
degree?
No, I think it's vocational, right?
Course,
I think it's only a matter of time for.
I think if you're doing a business thing, it can count as one of your electives or something.
Yeah,
but it's not like officially a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, but it seemed interesting.
At most, it could be like part of a subject. I think it definitely should not be its own degree. That would be real messed up.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like I studied blockchains. Like, do you know what computer works? No. Do you know code? No. but I know.
I think theirs was more how blockchain can be used in business and like implemented into the business.
Yeah, I see.
Just going along this theme, there's also have you guys heard of the website meetup.com?
Yeah.
Do they facilitate meetups?
Yeah, Jason was the first clue. But there's heaps of meetups around cryptocurrency and blockchain and just learning about it.
No one comes to ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Get on board, guys. The URL is CoinStreet Times.
What were we talking about? The embassy?
We don't actually, but we should have a meetup for all of our fans. Because can we find a building in Melbourne that can fit all of our fans? That's going to be the biggest challenge. I don't know.
And there's tickets from Mongolia to Melbourne.
Yeah,
really expensive.
International flights. Yeah. Remember we tried that Skype class and like we literally crashed the internet having two people log on at the same time? We have to find something else.
Also, with the whole embassy thing, part of the excitement around it is the guy who's like getting it going is a guy called Jeffrey Tucker, who's apparently a legendary economist, and people seem to like him for some reason. So anyway, let's move on to the next piece of news.
The Jeffrey Tucker.
The Jeffrey Tucker.
Wait, JJ Tucker?
JT?
Oh, Jeff? Jeff T.
Um,
That's such an American name. Jeffrey Tucker.
Yeah.
the more famous JT, not Justin Timberlake.
Ooh, shots
Yeah,
fired.
there you go.
This is a very anti-Justin Timberlake podcast. We never really got into it until now.
So the IRS has court-ordered Coinbase to hand over user data. Should I go on? Yeah, I just got a
No,
lot of
that's
blank
enough.
stares back.
Next
Yeah.
story.
So yeah, they're going to do that. IDs, addresses, transaction records of 13,000 traders are going to be handed into the IRS.
Right.
So that's scary, but also do
think
your
it's
taxes.
Fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my bank already automatically reports how much money I have to
Yeah.
the government. This is like just an extension of that, I feel like.
Is it random or is it? Do you not want any questions?
I'm guessing it's if you spent over a certain amount. Or have
Yeah, and it's also it's not this year. It's like I think 2013 to 2015,
Oh, really?
So
But
back
not-
when people were definitely not paying taxes on it.
and back
Yeah,
when people
right.
were making crazy bank.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it. I see what you did there.
Oh, I did not do that on purpose, but yeah, cool.
I got well, this is, I don't know if it's related, but this is what I'm trying to work out. I logged into my bank website the other day and they said, please, you have to confirm this information by the 15th of March. The government needs to know, are you only an Australian tax resident or are you a tax resident of other
Right.
countries? And I kind of thought, is this crypto related? Because I've never had like a pop-up being
Yeah.
like, quick, urgently tell us information about yourself.
Yeah.
Do you guys get that as well?
No.
Okay, so then, yeah.
You seem to be reading a lot of bank emails.
Yeah, I know. You've been sending me things saying they're going to foreclose on my Bitcoin. I don't know what's going on.
I forgot what your actual point. What was the news?
Oh, just the IRS demanding
Right, yeah.
Coinbase.
How many people use Coinbase?
A lot. I think they're the number one.
In Australia.
But
Wait, Coinbase is...
like, what fraction was it 13,000 or what? They're doing that?
13,000 traders, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I get
So is that
confused.
like a
Right.
decent chunk.
There's like Coinbase and CoinSpot. Wait.
CoinSpot's the Aussie one. Coinbase.
Yeah,
is
sorry.
the-
I thought you were
Oh,
talking about,
yeah,
I thought you were
Coinbase.
talking about the Australian one. I got confused.
No.
Sorry, you're talking about the American one.
Yeah. They make the IRS make more sense there, right?
It's crazy to me that crazy to me that Coinbase still only has like 3 coins on it. Is it 3?
Do
I
they?
think they got 4 now.
4. Oh yeah, they got Bitcoin Cash, right?
There's always those rumors that, they're now going to get this.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
Yeah.
not going to happen.
And if it does, things will spike hard.
Right.
Whatever coin they pick.
Yeah,
so that's
for
why
sure.
it's probably a deterrent to like...
Mm.
Because like last time they did it, they put Bitcoin Cash out and there were so many accusations of insider trading.
Mm.
They probably want to avoid that as long as possible.
I think the latest talk was Nano was going to get on it, but I think that's really unlikely.
Have you been reading the Nano subreddit? I feel like that's pretty biased info.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be surprised, but you never know.
I think they'll put up Ripple before they put up anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they were thinking of Ripple. Well, from,
Wait, what did they, oh,
I
I did
saw
have
that on
Ripple. They
Reddit.
got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
So Ripple's the obvious next one if they do go for another one.
Yep. It's like almost the only...
I'm going to post on the Ripple subreddit now that it's official.
Guys, I got insider news.
From Satoshi himself. Last piece of news. 50 Cent says he's never owned Bitcoin. Why is that important? Well, let me tell you. He was in bankruptcy court, and so basically a bit of backstory is TMZ reported that he made $8 million from Bitcoin, like he accepted all profits of one album in Bitcoin, and now it's worth, they estimated $8 million. And then he also filed for bankruptcy later down the track. And then so in court, they're like, don't you own like $8 million worth of Bitcoin? And then he said, no, when TMZ released that info, it was wrong, but I sort of went along with it because I thought it would be good press, but I don't actually own it. So that's what he's saying.
He kind of has to be telling the truth, because if he randomly was like, guys, I've run into 8 million Bitcoin, like, hey, they're not going to believe him, right? He's fucked. So he has to be
Didn't
telling
he
the
try
truth.
and pull some shifty stuff with bankruptcy before though?
Really?
Like I feel
He
like
did, and then he posted on Instagram, broke in notes, spelling out the letters.
Yeah.
And people are like, dude, come on.
I don't know if you noticed what you used to spell that.
You're going to look really silly when I point this out, mate.
You need my green toilet paper?
The ones that say 100 on them. Yeah, I believe him just because, but maybe he's just really stupid. I don't know. Because like it's going to be so
Yeah.
obvious. Like they're like, let's just check 50 Cent's Bitcoin wallet address. Oh, it's got exactly around $8 million of Bitcoin in it. Like, and like I said, Bitcoin can be tracked forever. It's like that thing I was saying, it could be a cold case. Maybe when he's like 20 years older, they'll be like, 50 Cent, you sly motherfucker, you scammed us. And he'll have to go to jail as like, I don't know, 50-year-old. I don't know how old he is.
I think he's already been to jail.
Oh yes, I forgot he's hard. He's a hardened. He doesn't care. Maybe that's why he's doing
He's
it.
been shot, dude.
Maybe that's why he's
7
doing it.
times.
And now he's been shot by the old Bitcoin bullet.
He just wants another taste of anarchy. He just wants to take it to the system one more time.
Yeah.
No, I think he's just a man who's made lots of money and is just being honest about his fans.
Having spent it all on bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Like in terms of believability, that's very believable to me that that's what happened.
Cool. Well, that's all the news I've got.
Nice.
Do you guys have anything?
Well, I don't know if it's news, but I can, like sometimes you'll cross to like a reporter and then you studio and they'll comment on a particular issue. I recently watched the VeChain announcement and it was...
Wait, can I just get a drink of water while you... Keep talking. I'll listen to you and I'll comment after, but go.
No, fuck you.
Dude,
no,
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm just going to get a drink of water.
All right. Okay. Anyway,
I'm here.
So what happened is...
So VeChain Thor, huh?
Yeah. So VeChain is a coin. And they had a
What?
Yeah. Let me go from back to the beginning. Blockchain. No, they had a rebranding, highly anticipated, scheduled for the 26th of February. And where's your water?
I drank it.
All right, fine. Yeah, so highly anticipated. You didn't miss anything. I just stole what you were going.
I listened to everything, dude.
All right, okay. And it's kind of funny because it was supposed to be a big rebranding event, and their rebranding is from the name VeChain to VeChain Thor. And I'm pretty sure that's like saying, guys, don't call me Jace. Call me Jace the Fantastic. Yeah. And then you're still just going to call me Jace. Like, it's not going to change anything. Yeah. But for whatever reason, people get pumped about this stuff. So they had an event and like the lighting was dark and blue and like this techno music was pumping. And there was like a robot voice saying, welcome to VeChain Thor. Like, it was really stupid. And then to open it, they showed like this, I want to say 3-minute trailer. It was crazy. Of like panning like a cinematic over like crazy CGI of like a post-apocalyptic, futuristic world with like electrons flowing everywhere, like digital,
Blade
like
Cutter-esque.
Yeah. And they were like this, Blade Runner. And they were like
Blade Runner, that's a Blade Cutter.
Oh, right. I didn't hear. And they're like, this is the future with VeChain. And it was so stupid. And then there was really epic music and like super, super epic style. And then it just cut to like, this slightly awkward man speaking English as a second language being like, hello, welcome, VeChain. And he just basically recapped very normal information that anyone who was at the event already knew. He got on one of their biggest partners, like spokesperson, DMVGL. He was like, yeah, I'm also very excited to be part of this. Thanks for having me. And then he went to get off the stage and Sonny was like, no, wait, stay. We have to do something. And then so another guy comes out, I don't know who he was. And then like smoke starts forming on the stage and this little pillar forms from the ground and they were like, oh, look at it. And it's just like this really like plastic $2 hammer that says VeChain in it. Because Thor's hammer, they really leaned into the mythology. Yep. And so they're like, look, guys, do you reckon we can, and they just slowly reach in awkwardly and pretend to struggle to pull it out, which is, and I should clarify, this is like, they look 50, they're in suits, they're very awkward on stage. And so they fake pulling out this, hammer.
Nerds are generally terrible actors.
But like, it's one thing to like, it's one thing to be terrible at acting. It's another thing to be like, I'm still going to act really hard on this stage. I want a big cinematic experience.
There's millions counting on this.
Yeah, exactly. And then so they like smash the hammer on the platform and like the lights go and there's noise and everything. And then as you might expect, it was pretty short and they said, thanks for joining us. And like the lights went down and the robot voice was like, thanks for joining us. The presentation's now over. And the price just plummeted because they said nothing. They said nothing new. Absolutely nothing. There's no new information. But then.
That's so funny.
No, but then the lights come back on and it's like, oh, what's going on? And then they do this weird kind of like, I want to say anime style thing where like, it's like the guy's, Sonny's silhouette. Sonny's the CEO. And like, he's just like facing away from the audience. It's like, oh, one more thing. And then he points to the screen and it's just like a logo of BMW and it's like, they're partnered with us. Thanks. And then the price just skyrocketed. It's so funny because the price was tanking so hard and then the price skyrocketed all the way back to where it was and a little bit further. And then it just slowly bled back down.
Yeah.
And I think people thought it was funny, but also super unprofessional.
Yeah.
I don't know. Although other people have been saying that China does things differently and business over there is a bit more wacky. I don't know.
Yeah, because you were Snapchatting us a bit when that was happening.
I live streamed this thing at live snap.
Yeah, it was pretty cringy, hey.
It was pretty terrible.
My dad works in China and he says the stuff they do is like that just all the time.
Oh,
like
really?
Their not business meetings, but like anytime they need to present anything, it's just, I suppose from a Western point of view, it's just cheesy. Like everything's really, really strange.
Right.
But it's also would be hard to do something in your second language as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that's kind of weird to me that they do. It kind of almost says like, why there's more people in China. Why are you advertising to us? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels weird to me.
Maybe they have
maybe they're doing
Chinese
both.
stream.
I don't know. Is Thor? Is he a Norse god or something? Is he famous in China? Is he a big deal?
They probably just know him from the movie.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe Thor's really big in China right now, and they're just trying to capitalize. We should rebrand. What's really big right now?
They should hire someone with good showmanship. I know a guy that's available.
You're gonna say Vitalik Buterin?
No, dude, that's very mean.
You always say that. I never say that,
dude. I don't even know what the name is, mate. No, I was gonna say the Bickneck
yeah,
guy.
I knew you were gonna say the Bickneck.
Yeah,
it's the only way it could have been worse.
No, cryptocurrency is a lot of like nerdy guys that don't have a bit of a stage presence, like putting on big shows, and it can be kind of cringy.
Yeah, but I think this is the worst I've seen so far, but I don't think it's the worst I'll ever see. I think it's going to get, well, not including BitConnect, that's just a life of its own.
Well, BitConnect, they got like a showmanship guy.
Well, a guy that thought he was a showmanship.
Yeah, but that's the angle that they played for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like...
I feel like Vitalik's not even that bad. Like,
he's got a...
he's got his own kind of thing going on. Like, he just doesn't seem to really give a fuck.
Yeah, right. I think it's good.
He's
I like it.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I'm just going off the meme that Joe hates Vitalik Buterin's presentation ability. Because it's kind of true. I can tell. Last time we talked about it, you were like, well, that took my investment away. Remember?
Oh, jokingly. I do like him.
You said the jokingly, but then I saw you had a list of coins to invest in and you crossed off the name Vitalik. And it wasn't even a coin, but like you just crossed it off really dramatically.
Yeah. One more piece of news I forgot. Walton Chain fucked up.
Oh yeah, a competitor to VeChain. So like people who want to invest in supply chain Chinese coins don't know what to do right now.
Wabi.
All right, you know what?
Anyway.
Buy VeChain. No, I'm kidding.
So Walton Chain ran a Valentine's Day sort of giveaway thing, and someone probably in the marketing department fucked up by doing a post being like, oh, thanks so much, Walton Chain. You're the best. Thanks for that they supposedly won the prize, but they didn't log out of the Walton Chain. Yeah. So it was from Walton Chain. And everyone was like, you guys forgot to log out. And their market cap, I think, halved.
Yeah. And the giveaway was like $10,000. They saved $10,000 of giveaway for a market cap of you're right. 30 million, 70 million, something crazy.
It's crazy how like one tweet, and it happens a lot of crypto, how one tweet can just destroy or make like billions of dollars, like millions of dollars, like one tweet, like one click of a button, oh dude, you're on our Twitter. Yeah. Like that's millions of dollars. Like, isn't that insane?
So Jimmy, it's your first day as an intern here at Walton. We're really excited for you. Just have a go on the Twitter, see what you can do. We'll cut back at you. Tomorrow we'll see what you've done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on lunch.
Yeah. Just try and avoid doing anything too scammy. Like the people don't like that. But yeah, that was really crazy. Also, I saw they kind of doubled down in the comments. There was someone saying, wow, my wife won. Thanks, guys. And then someone said, lol, he has 4 followers. His wife has 4 followers. They are the same followers.
Yeah. China like to do giveaway shit. I think a lot of people say it's been pretty tacky.
Yeah, I think it puts me off a little bit, but I guess knowing that it's the norm, I can kind of swallow enough of it, I guess. If someone's telling me that's just how they do business, like one day they'll have something really appalling and I'll be like, I'm so disgusted by this. I'm like, don't worry, that's just how they do business in China.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of ping pong ball shows.
Cockfighting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When I was giving, who was it giving shit? Nulls.
Yeah.
Giving shit about from their Chinese marketing. You guys were like, no, it's pretty good.
I feel like that wasn't even that bad. It was
it's so bad.
What was it again?
Nulls is nothing. Sorry, null is nothing. Nulls is everything you want on the blockchain. Terrible. Guys, terrible. Come on.
That is really par for the course. Like like I said, reading the Tron white paper, it's just.
But marketing is not about being par for the course. It's about being fucking awesome.
Well, I guess that's why I don't know anything about nulls. Maybe if I thought it was amazing, I'd be like, wow, nulls is the greatest thing.
It is amazing on the blockchain.
They wrote a great haiku. Now I'm good.
And everything.
Yeah, exactly. I found it very poetic, so I'm buying their technology product.
I feel like that line is like okay to have like midway through a speech in a launch, but like that's your big slogan. Anyway, let's not get into nulls because it is nothing. This
has been the shit on Chinese coins corner.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. I do like nulls as a project though. I just didn't like that slogan. But yeah, sucks to suck, Walton Chain.
Yeah,
I guess
very much does.
Where's Walton Chain?
Well, so I guess the question is, would you guys?
That's a Where's Walton joke. In 2019, where's Walton Chain? the way you're going.
Found it, 0 cents. No,
Found it on the 16th page of CoinMarketCap.
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask, would you guys buy? Would you think now is a good time to buy Walton? Because if you're
I was
saying
thinking about making that the pick, and people are like, hey, that was kind of frivolous.
It's not. What do you mean? That's not frivolous or fruitless.
Frivolous.
Oh no,
like
that's fine.
But like half their market cap was wiped out. You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, yeah, they're like doing some dodgy marketing things, but their technology is still good. And then like, okay, the technology is still worth.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all these Chinese companies are doing that shit anyway.
Wait, it sounds like you just don't like the product.
No, I do like the I like the project.
So then why does it matter that half their market cap was wiped out? Like, I guess
that's what I'm saying. It could be a good time to invest.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I went on like you were saying.
Yeah.
I was answering your question.
Sorry,
dude.
I thought you were saying the opposite.
You asked the question, I answered it, and you're like, dude.
I only understand people when I think they're agreeing with me, even if you were agreeing with me. Yeah, no, well, actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because on one hand, if you believe in the technology, it's a great benefit because the loss was very superficial and the technology is the same.
Right.
But if you believe that coins have a lot of their value from hype right now, it might not be a good time because their reputation might have been irreversibly tarnished. So I'm 50-50 because I think
I'd give it a week.
Give it a week. Yeah, true.
That's my financial advice.
People forget very quickly. That's true.
Spoilers for next week, coin picks.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about doing it for this week. I was like, yeah, I think it's a bit too fresh.
Oh yeah, fair
Next week I might come in.
All right.
Maybe. I'll see how we go.
Fair enough.
You guys want to hear some questions?
Yes, hit me up with some questions.
Yeah. If I answer it, please don't get mad at me.
Look, you did a bad job. No, I'm kidding.
Right, well, first up, I should say, if you guys have any questions or want to ask anything in particular to me, Jason J, you can give us an email at questions@coinstreettimes.com.
Ooh, he left us waiting there.
Yeah.
I messed it up.
Nice. Good stuff.
Nice. Right, well, hey, buddies. In the wake of Bill Gates' negative comments on cryptocurrencies,
Billy boy,
old William, how much do you think public comments such as this by big figures have an effect on the price of coins in comparison with the actual tech or announcements from the teams themselves? That was from Johannathan.
I feel like this kind of
Tennessee.
This is kind of, I guess,
Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee. Okay. Sorry. Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Johannathan?
Johannathan.
Nice.
Like Jonathan, but also Johan.
I met him on the Skype meetup. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That sounds like the name of a gay guy.
Johannathan.
What?
Why?
Because they have like cool names.
What? Gay people have cool names?
Yeah.
Does that mean their parents are like, this one looks gay, let's give him a cool name?
No, like it was probably born Jonathan, and then like.
Oh, you think it's not his real name?
And then he was like, "Oh, now I'm Johannathan," and I.
So it sounds like you think all hipsters are gay and vice versa. Just don't know the difference.
Anyway, what was the question?
One of them beanie wearing, hassock wearing.
Oh my God, you're gay.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway.
Well, I think that relates to what we were just talking about.
Does it?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Well, because I just at the very end, I was like, hype versus coin credibility.
Right.
What matters more? And I guess my answer was, I don't know. So you guys answer because I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think it will matter less and less.
Yeah.
Right.
I can.
Guys like John McAfee, everyone was like all about him. Like, see what he tweets, and like buy that coin. Whatever he tweets, buy it. And now people are like, okay, that's kind of silly. He's just tweeting stuff. And even with stuff with like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and stuff, the more that people are going to know more about cryptocurrency, and the more that they know about it themselves, they're going to look less on public figures to tell them what to think about it.
Right.
I think.
Right.
So I think it still causes a massive, still creates massive influence, but I think less and less in the future.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I do think at the moment, like, it's undeniable how hype affects.
Yeah.
Like, but I guess the reason I think that I agree with you is because I think hype will crash. Like, for example, the Walton chain thing. Like, hype is really hard to sustain forever consistently. It's like, right, you can't just constantly be more and more
Ebbs
hyped
and
about
flows.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, coins can't just sustain themselves forever just on hype. So either, things will die down or things will come back up because of the technology. Those are the only two options. So, but which it is, like, I think it would probably be a combination of both. I think things will settle down, but also kind of grow back up because of the technology.
Yeah, cool.
What?
You having fun on
Yeah,
Facebook?
no.
Facebook there?
No, I was
Joe was literally on Facebook.
No, I was messaging Dom. Anyway.
Oh, right. Personal business.
Cool.
So your drug dealer really just comes straight to your door?
No, I was going to say, you know how like in election time, everyone's like, oh, like everyone wants to know like Oprah thinks about like these president candidates or like what Ben Stiller thinks about Donald Trump. You know, like you know, around election time, like they always ask them like, oh, I wonder, you know, that's like a thing that people ask on talk shows and stuff. People are right now, it's like the cool thing to ask like Bill Gates if he's on an AMA or something, you know, about cryptocurrency. So I had a point and I've forgotten it.
Well, can I interrupt and just say, I want to clarify to our listeners that Joe is not a 50-year-old man, because Joe, when he thinks of a celebrity, he says Ben Stiller. When he
Ben Stiller's still relevant.
when he hears he's really not. When he hears a weird name, he thinks that it's a gay person, and he thinks
He must be one of the gays.
and modern music is all beeps and boops. I'm not trying to paint a picture with evidence, but Joe is actually only 15 years old, so he's not old at all.
15. I'm not 15.
We signed him up to.
I'm somewhere in between 15 and 50.
We get it. Your voice has dropped. Now you think you own the world.
Yeah, I had a point, but yeah.
Was it that crypto is kind of like the flavor of the month at the moment, so that's why?
Yeah, it's kind of, and like everyone wants to know about people's opinions on crypto.
Yeah.
I agree.
And
So
that was the question.
I think that
I'm
answers,
sorry, dude.
yeah, you've lost like, wait, where are we? No, that answers the question of like, well, I forgot the name. I want to say Johannesburg. What was the name?
Johannesburg.
Johanathan or
Johanathan.
Yeah, depending on.
I can see where his parents took the inspiration from.
Timothy from Johannesburg. Is that who? No.
All right, man. But no, I think we answered it. We said, you know, we think it's part hype, part tech, but it'll get more and more tech, and that's just an inevitability.
Unless it's really, really shit tech, in which case it's going to be all hype and then just fall flat.
This podcast will be erased from the internet. We'll pretend we never did.
Most definitely.
No, I'm kidding.
Right, so the next question. From what I hear, people in cryptocurrencies seem to be of two camps. Those who see crypto as an investment similar to stocks, and those who believe in the tech and ideals of it and want it to succeed. For those who believe in the latter, do you think investing and holding now is worthwhile or just a waste of money in the current climate? That's from Sarah in Melbourne.
Ooh, that's very nearby here. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat that question? I was texting it. Well, I think I got most of it. Wait, so the latter being if you were investing in...
For the tech.
Okay. Oh, cool. Sorry. Yeah.
Also,
cool.
can I
Good
just
question.
say, like, if you don't have enough questions, you don't have to make it, like, you know, Sarah is a very common name. You don't have to make up questions. If you don't have enough, just say so. You know, it's fine. You don't have to send in,
that
obviously.
was very obviously fake, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying just try harder. Next time you run an obviously fake question, maybe, like, try a bit harder. Like, because I know the other one's been real, but this one just seems just too far-fetched.
And yes, invest
really
now.
meta joke at the moment.
Don't worry. I think our one fan will get it. Sorry, were you answering the question?
I was just saying, yeah, invest now.
All right, so don't listen to Joe. Buy VeChain. No, I see the point. I guess basically it's, are you anticipating a crash or not? Because Bitcoin crashed in 2013, 14 or something. And then a few years later, it's worth way more. And so if you believe the same thing will happen, then of course, you know, take out now and then buy in just before the goes up, you know, sell the high, buy the low.
We just had a crash.
Yeah, but did we? That's the thing. It's so easy to call a crash in retrospect because you see the whole shape. But then it's so hard to know where you are now. It's, you know, so I think that kind of idea is very good if you are just like really good at knowing what's going to happen, but most people aren't. So generally you have to kind of just buy and hold because you know you won't be able to time the exact high or the exact low.
Yeah.
That's my strategy.
Yes.
Hold until...
Hold until I'm a millionaire, maybe.
But I think we should also somehow encourage people to use it as currency. I don't know how, but...
Well, that's kind of a separate topic, right? Like what you hold as an investment versus what you hold to transact with.
Yeah. So I was texting.
That's the question.
I feel so bad.
What?
I was texting during the question. So I don't know what I'm answering it properly.
It was just like, you know...
Sorry, Sarah.
Don't worry, it was a fake question. Like this one actually doesn't matter that much. But it was just like whether you like should invest now or whether you should wait given the current climate, because crypto's been a bit red recently. And so I guess the thing, even if you believe in crypto, maybe you should pull out or should you stay in?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, cool. Yeah, good question. Invest now.
This is exactly what you said when you said you didn't hear the question.
It's so hard to time the market though. Like if you already had something in it and you thought that it was a waste of money and maybe you wanted to get back into it later when it's less hype driven, it would be so hard to sell it all now and try to make a profit and buy back in at a point where you weren't just spending more than you would have.
Exactly. And that's the big thing with crypto
easier said than done.
And stock investments. It's the most counterintuitive thing in the world, because when things are going up and everyone's talking great about a coin saying it's got a bright future, that's the high.
Yeah.
And when a coin's doing real garbage that everyone thinks it's got no future, it's really bad, that's the low. But you need to buy the low and sell the high. So you need to buy it when everyone's telling you it's you have to buy it when everyone's telling you it's a terrible idea. Yeah. And when everyone's saying no, it's going to go way up, you got to sell it. Like, so it's actually kind of, it's so
in
hard.
summary, buy BitConnect.
Exactly. But because everyone's fighting it, it's good. No, but like it's going to be so hard, because let's say you hear like Bitcoin's on the rise, or it's been rising. By the time that news hits you, it's probably, or I'm not saying it's going to crash again, but it's already very high, and it might continue. But that, in general, that investment strategy is generally not going to go very well, because you're very often going to be buying near the top and selling near the bottom. Yeah,
and I kind of want to give advice that you have to be like incredibly knowledgeable and half psychic to do but try and value the coins. So it sounds silly, but like if you believe in the tech, so obviously into the technology of the currency, you're actually looking into like the white papers and all that kind of thing. So you're probably looking into the actual value of the coin. So you should, maybe if it is hyped and that's driving the value up, maybe you think, okay, that is driving the value up, but I still think it's worth that value, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing though. I guess for some coins you can do that. I think, for example, VeChain, we're talking about it's in the fresh in my mind. It's a coin that is exactly linked to a supply chain, and companies are buying it. They want a certain profit from it. You can actually run the numbers, do estimates for what each company's worth. Right. You can try and think, well, I think at the end of the day, this coin should be worth about this much. However, something like Bitcoin is just a currency. So it's so hard to say how much should one arbitrary section of this currency be worth. It's kind of hard.
And Bitcoin is the most affected by like hype.
Yeah.
And how do you, just going off of that, like if you had 100% faith in something like Bitcoin and the fact that one day it's going to be the currency used by the majority of people in a lot of countries, how do you invest in that in a sense? Like, do you sell it all, or do you just wait until it's being used as currency and then you just have 100 Bitcoin when everyone else is just using their 0.0 Bitcoins to 0.0 would be nothing, but 10 bits.
Well, isn't that the only way to make money from it? Is you have to, because by the time everyone's using the currency, it's hard to imagine the value going that much higher, right?
Well, it could be like worth, well, some people think it's going to be worth in the millions.
Well, I guess it depends what you mean by everyone using it as currency. I guess you mean like once it reaches like 10% adoption, you reckon buy and then, because you reckon...
It's not a given that it's going to do that.
Yeah.
If you believe that it's going to do that, is there a crossover between people who are in Bitcoin to make money, I suppose, and people who think that it's going to become a currency?
People who want to buy a hot dog in 10 years with Bitcoin.
Well, the people for the last more than 5 years, I don't want to say last, up until a few years ago, the 5 years preceding that, everyone involved in Bitcoin was a tech enthusiast. Everyone wanted it to be currency. They were there. A lot of libertarians were like, we just want to take power from banks. That's why we're here. We're willing to sacrifice value to do that. Whereas today, a lot of the market is really just we're just trying to make money. We don't care if it succeeds. We just want to make money off it. Right. So it's kind of very different. But those people have definitely not just disappeared. They're still hyped as ever that their coin is gaining proliferance. Yeah. It's just that there's just always going to be talk about how to make money off something if it's possible.
I guess what I'm saying is, if you held Coin X and you thought, I love Coin X, I think it's great, but I'm really only in it because I want to piggyback off it and make a few $100,000, for example. And then at some point down the line, you think, okay, this Coin X could be used for this or that. Right. Do you wait until it's being used and then you use it for what it's being used, but you just have a lot because you invested early? Or do you sell at some point and take the hundreds of thousands of dollars? Like, how do you, in your head, kind of...
How do we envisage doing like the coins that we have?
Well, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining.
I think I know what you're saying. I just don't know whether you think, are you asking what our plans are, or do you reckon what you think most investors are thinking at the moment?
Both, I guess.
Okay. I think most of people are just thinking to just cash out.
Yeah. Well, I think, but your question presumed, it's not us, because you asked, assuming you believe this thing, which I guess it could be us, but you're saying assuming you believe a coin X will go up, right? And has a really bright future. But from my understanding of your question, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just kind of balancing using a coin for everyday purposes versus using it as an investment, right? And then how do you balance those two? Is that kind of...
Yeah, I suppose.
Because I guess in my mind, I would just kind of treat it as two separate things where I'd be like, this is my investment stuff that I don't want to touch because I really believe this coin has a bright future and will go up. This stuff, this amount I'm just going to spend and replenish as I need, assuming that I can't get paid in it, assuming I have to transact. Because that is also a possible future that people get paid in crypto.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming a lot of people that like buy Power Ledger, for example, like, I'm going to get some solar panels in the future and sell this to other people. You know what I mean? Like,
what a stupid business model.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the question, Sarah. It's such a fucking fake name. It's so stupid.
No, that was a good question though. Sorry I didn't listen to it properly, but it was good.
Just think of better names next time.
I'll try.
And Melbourne, is that even a real city? I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, cool.
That's it for
Is that it
questions.
for the questions?
So if you have any more, send them in to questions@coinstreettimes.com.
Cool.
Nice. All right. Are we ready to jump onto the game?
We are ready to jump into the game.
Nice. All right. So 10-second recap for new listeners. We have $1,000 each week. We invest them into certain coins and we see who got the best result. We had a delay this week. So the podcast was supposed to be a week after the last one, but it was actually about 2 weeks now? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So my strategy was screwed. But we'll get into that in a sec. So, all right. In order, we have... actually, I'll start with our guest from last week.
Oh, yep. Jules.
Yes,
You
Jules.
picked Litecoin from memory?
Picked 50% Litecoin, 50%...
Ooh, unlucky with the... Sorry, go on. Sorry.
What happened?
Litecoin?
Yeah.
LitePay didn't release at the standard time that they wanted to release it.
Oh, right. So it's gone
there's
down.
had issues with debit payments.
That will explain these results. So
sorry, go
Litecoin
on.
is down about 10%.
Yep.
And from 2 weeks ago. And Request Node was his second pick. And that is down 15%. So he's down 12.3%. So,
Jules, it ain't easy doing this,
yeah,
Jules.
look, Jules, you got to spend money to make money. That doesn't apply here. Anyway, next is me. So quick recap of my picks. 3 weeks ago, I picked VeChain. 2 weeks ago, I picked 100% VeChain. 1 week ago, I picked 100% VeChain. I guess not 1 week ago. Basically 3 podcasts. And it was all going to culminate in this beautiful thing. And it did. VeChain went up fantastically just before the event, which is when our podcast was going to be, a few days before the event. But it was delayed, so it's now crashed hugely after the event. And I am down, what does that say? 10.43%. So actually not that bad, but still.
Yeah.
That is a sad end to my VeChain saga. I said it would be my final pick, and it was supposed to be a heroic finale.
I was going to say, like, it wasn't a movie with ups and downs. It was just,
It was just down.
There
were
it was
ups,
just
but
Titanic.
There were ups, but the cameras cut out. The week that there were ups, the cameras cut out. I mean, it's almost like taking a breath so you can keep falling. It had to go up a bit just so it could keep falling as hard as it did. Anyway, so that's my sad story. Next we have Ollie. Shit.
Dude, that was
I don't always read it in reverse order. What are you talking about? Ollie picked 50% Power, 50% Nano. Power went down 33.65%.
33.
Power did not do well this week.
Power down
Jesus.
33%? Sorry.
According to my numbers.
I got to check those numbers, mate.
Either way, I know
Did you dot the I's?
I know it won't affect the results either way.
Yeah.
And Nano.
How did that go, mate? Is that down as well? Or?
Well, I guess I'll reveal it this way. So basically, Ollie picked 50% Nano, and Joe, for his picks, 100% Nano. So if Nano did any better than negative 33.65%, Joe's won it. And drum roll, Nano went up 87%. So congratulations to Joe with a victory of $870 in his pocket.
Yeah, that's
a good pick.
Nano amount of money.
All right, man.
Do we have a count?
Huh?
Do we have a count of wins?
We should. Every week I forget. Is this week 9? Yeah. So
I have 2, I think.
I think I have 2. I think Joe may have 4.
9?
No, 9 is this week. We haven't done this one yet. So 8 results.
So 2.
So you won 50%. What? 5? Yeah. Really?
4.
No, we've got 4. There's 8 weeks.
Right.
Yeah. Be happy
Next
with
week
your 50%.
will be 5 when these picks come through.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. What are you thinking?
25%, 25%, 25%, 25%.
Ooh, we haven't gone. This is back to the originals. The classic style of
the first 2 I'm just picking because I think they're good projects and they haven't bounced back very much from the big crash of 2018. Liscanado.
Is that one coin?
Lisk, no,
Oh,
Lisk,
right.
and,
Okay.
Lisk and Ardor.
Yes, I see. Lisk.
They're not really exciting projects, but they're just like good.
They're long stayers. They've been around for a long time.
They're just cool. Not cool. They're good projects.
They were big in like 2017, I think. Or 2016.
So they both come down massively with the big crash, and I think they're still good projects, but they haven't had the bounce back up that a lot of the other ones have had. So I'm just hoping that this week is the time that they do start bouncing back.
Fair enough.
So that's those picks. Electronium, I'm going to go for again because there's talk on the rumor mill that they're going to get listed on KuCoin shares.
That would be a big deal.
That would be a big deal, and especially a big deal for Electronium because a lot of people say that Electronium's a great project, but they're not on many exchanges.
This would solve that one problem they
I
have.
know, right? And so KuCoin shares is obviously a massive exchange, and there's a lot of, I think, people scared about using exchanges that aren't very well known at the moment.
Right.
And so I think the biggest one for Electronium is Cryptopia, which people are a bit worried about, and that's the biggest one. So if they go in KuCoin shares, it's going to explode, I think. So 25% to Electronium. And the last one is, there's going to be a little lesson to Jace in timing, you know?
Don't tell me.
You gotta time your investments.
No, you couldn't. My baby. No.
VeChain.
Don't. Oh, you
VeChain have partnered up with
Sorry,
a little car company called BMW.
I think you mean VeChain Thor.
VeChain
Yeah,
Thor,
exactly.
sorry.
They rebranded.
VeChain Thor. And you know, they also rebranded, which is a huge deal. So, no, I'm joking.
I feel so cucked.
I'm not.
You've cucked me.
I'm not huge on the whole rebrand thing, but I'm big into partnerships and technology. Technology is good, an awesome partnership, and Jace has been right. They have been making lots of good news, and it hasn't gone up yet. So
I'm gonna splice in like last week. You
This
saying,
is
"Oh,
the
partnerships,
week."
DNVGL. What is that? Never heard of
the
it.
partnership was a joke one. I was joking about the rebranding. VeChain, and I think VeChain in a year's time will be a big cap. That's my prediction. So why not go up now?
You have 180s. I've never seen anyone. You 540'd.
No,
you did an extra loop in the
I
middle.
never had an issue with VeChain. I had an issue with you picking it week after week.
No,
it was
I
getting a
think-
bit boring because you weren't giving us good analysis of the market.
I think it was a great saga. I think our fans loved it. Anyway, I think that was 25% good picks, man.
I mean, yeah, Ardor is great. Yeah,
Yeah, no, Lisk is fantastic.
yeah, cool. That's my picks.
On to Ollie.
100% VeChain.
No, you're not.
Well, I was going to say, if you guys did actually feel like, well, damn, what if I want to pick it now? It's like unfair that I can't. But
No, I'm going to go also in quarters. 25,
Okay.
25, 25.
He finds a way to copy me every week.
I feel like, didn't I said Nano last week first.
yeah, that's right. He did.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I was going to do it.
And I did it and I won. Anyway.
Ooh, sorry. 25% Bitcoin.
Okay.
25%
I like it.
Ripple.
This is a good call. These
25.
are good picks.
% Stellar.
Stella's a great pick. Actually, I was thinking, okay.
25% Walton.
Right.
He has gone Walton. I actually really, really like those picks.
Yeah, me too.
Almost more than mine. I think
Holy shit. What is going on here?
are there takebacks going?
No, there's no takebacks.
I think Big Caps is a good call at the moment. Walton Chain.
Can
I reckon
only go up.
next week is the good pick for Walton Chain. But overall, B+.
I'll take it.
I feel like I've got an authority in it now that I've won a couple of weeks.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
But I
that's
like
my
Big Cap
picks.
picks this week.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
I think that was good.
And Stella's
down.
Stella's down.
Yeah.
Stella's been down for a long time, which it doesn't
So
deserve. It's a great
Stella
call.
deserves to go up massive.
Stella deserves
so,
a win.
Yeah, good call on Stella.
Yeah. All right. On to the picks you've been waiting for, the exciting picks. So I was going to pick Bitcoin, but I've decided last minute I'm going to take it out. I'm doing a 50-50.
Okay.
First 50%, Walton. Because you can't not pick it. I don't know
Okay.
how
So
it's 'cause it's down.
next week we'll do another refresher course on timing.
Wait, it hasn't gone up, has it?
Not yet, I think,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's still fresh.
Do you think it's going to
Still
cool
fresh.
off? You think it's going to cool off? Maybe.
Still fresh.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm going for it. 50% Walton. And the other 50%, have you guys heard of a coin called Theta? No.
No.
All right. So it's called Theta. It's got a lot of great backers from big companies.
Cool.
If I said the names, you'd be like, oh, wow. I can't remember all the names of the people. But like seriously, like big names. And it's like it's aiming to bring video streaming to the blockchain. So basically, I don't want to say the YouTuber blockchain, but that's catchy and chilly, so I'm going to say it. It's the YouTuber blockchain, guys. Get involved. But yeah, it's just got really good support. The only annoying thing is I planned to pick it a little while ago, and I think today it's just started mooning. So hopefully I'm not buying it at an all-time high, but we'll see how we go.
So you know that timing thing I was
Yeah,
telling you?
exactly. No, I like this coin, man. I'm going to pick it. If you want to let me pick VeChain, which is an all-time low, I'm going to pick Theta, which is a great, promising pick for 2018.
Cool. That sounds like a cool project.
Yeah, it is. I wish I had more information about it. Google it.
Can I tell you about another cool project that I heard about this week?
If it's VeChain, I'm going to rip you off. No, I'm kidding.
It's
Go on.
not VeChain.
What is it?
It's called the World Wi-Fi Project.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's on a pre-sale at the moment.
It's a terrible name for a coin.
Is it a coin?
I think it's a token.
Okay, but it's like crypto blockchain.
Yeah, it's like a crypto. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to be like banned. And this is a crypto podcast,
I mean, it ends in project. It ends in project. It sounds like it's a project.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just in pre-sale. I don't want to call it a coin yet.
Okay.
So basically what the idea is to create like a global Wi-Fi network kind of thing. So basically how it works is, you know how like people have routers and shit? Yeah, and you know how like
technical here.
Yeah, we'll slow down.
and you know how like that dispenses Wi-Fi out to people.
Dispenses Wi-Fi. You put the coin in.
Yeah.
$2 of Wi-Fi.
And like people often don't use all the Wi-Fi bandwidth.
Right.
But it's all like blocked by passwords and shit.
Yeah, people own it. People want to be protected.
So what if I were to tell you that you can open up your bandwidth to other people, and when people use it, you earn tokens.
Ooh.
So you can make Wi-Fi available like heaps of places from people's own private routers.
Wow. That is a...
Wouldn't
Go on.
the tokens have to be at the very least more than you paid for the Wi-Fi for it to be worth it?
So let me continue there, young Oliver. So there's going to be money coming in from advertisers. So basically how it would work is you can log into someone else's Wi-Fi and watch like a video ad, like you would watching a YouTube video, and that generates revenue. Mm-hmm. And that revenue goes to the router owning people. Wait,
sorry, the people who want to use the owners of the router's internet.
No, so they earn, okay, advertisers pay money. Okay. Okay. You know YouTube.
I know. I've heard of it. Well, I've heard of Theta. Is it like Theta? Is it similar?
Like Theta. It's like Mongolian.
No, it's the Theta of the internet.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, you know how like there's video ads before.
I'm aware.
YouTube video. Yeah. And that
ad block, baby.
Yeah, same.
And the people that create the content on YouTube earn money
from views. Yeah.
Yeah, from views from people watching ads. Yeah. Exactly the same, mate. With a router on the blockchain.
Can I just point out, my question was, are the people using the routers watching ads? It sounds like your answer is yes. Instead, you've given me a 5-minute explanation on how that works.
Sorry, I thought I said yes. I thought I already said that.
You said, let me explain, young Oliver.
No. Before that, I said, no, did I? Okay, this is great because we have audio evidence of this. I'm pretty sure I said people are going to watch ads before they can use the internet.
And I asked because I wasn't sure to clarify that, and you said it again in 5 minutes. Yeah, I think we're on the same page now. But my question, so I guess where does the coin get its value? Is it like, I won't actually mention this project.
Yeah, what can you use the coin for?
Well, then you can transfer it to Monero and then do some drug deals. I don't know. You can just, it's like,
I like the project.
Yeah.
I like the idea of having global Wi-Fi and people are recompensated for letting people use it. It's like kind of like, Uber for Wi-Fi. Right. I like that. Well, it is. Car sharing, ride sharing.
It's just, okay.
Look, it's like Venmo for PayPal. It's, yeah, exactly. I think it's got a lot of promise. But I think also there's a lot of people just chucking coins into their projects to make them more viable. I would have to think more to see why a coin makes that more viable. I guess in terms of distributing value to the people who participate, sure, you can have a coin, but unless they back it with something, do you mine it? Like, what would give the coin value? That's what I don't understand. Basically, this is your Shark Tank, Joe, and you're tanking hard. You got to come back up, man.
Right? You don't buy the internet with the coin as well?
Nobody can buy the internet, Ollie.
Well, you can buy the Wi-Fi.
Look, we believe in decentralization, right?
Who is the Satoshi of the internet? Oh,
The person that invented the internet?
Some dude from DARPA.
That man's name was Thomas Edison.
Lee. Oh no,
Harvey
some
Oswald.
English dude.
Did you bring up a trivia question you knew the answer
Yeah,
to?
sorry. That's what you douchey on me. Can we? I don't know the answers to these questions. Can we end this podcast? I don't know. Stop asking me questions about this.
I don't know the answer to these questions, but I do know the capital of Zimbabwe. I think, well, yeah, hang on. That was just like a fun pick. You're not picking that yet. That's an ICO. Are you just saying that might be a future pick?
Oh no, I'm just saying you brought up a cool project, and I said here's another cool project.
All right. So you basically taken my valuable coin pick time to talk about your project. No, I'm kidding. It does sound like a cool
Are you
project.
still in the middle of your coin pick?
Oh yeah, and I've got 0% left. I'm gonna pick it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no. I'm not. Yeah, I think we've all made some exciting picks this week. I'm excited to see. I'm a little disappointed that VeChain's not really that big in it, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I think
25%.
if betting odds came out for these picks, I think Ollie would be the favorite.
Thank you.
Well, that's just means you like Ollie's picks. It's actually weird. You shouldn't have picked your picks if you think Ollie's the favorite. Like you fucked.
I know, but I wanted to talk. I sometimes use my picks when I want to talk about something. Like I want to talk about like trading possibly on KuCoin shares.
I would never do that. Anyway, VeChain's got a lot of great points.
I would never sacrifice the sanctity of this game for cheap talking points.
Yeah.
But I think big caps is the good call this week.
Well, I guess we'll see how it goes. If you want to let us know what your coin picks are for this week, send us an email at coinpick. Let's put another real email address. Questions at coinstreettimes.com. But yeah, I think that wraps up for this week.
Cool. Good night.
Good morning.
Good evening. G'day.
And goodbye.